think this is one of those cases where we have a 125-year-old olive tree. That old, massive root crown suggests this tree has been here for a very long time. And there are other old olive trees in the neighborhood, which indicate to us that this was an old olive orchard. This big, massive, gnarly, knobby old root crown suggests that this tree is at least 100, 125 years old. It still, even after all this time, still has viability, even with all of its injuries, all of its problems, all of its defects. The tree still has very, very high interest. It's very aesthetic, it's very interesting, very craggy and old. It has a lot of presence, a lot of maturity, and the foliage still looks good. It's still making olives. In the Middle East, there are olive trees that are well over 1,000 years old, and considerably older than that. So we know the olive to be a very, very long-lived tree. They're also very, very slow to decay. So even though they may acquire injuries and wounds and wind throw, bark damage, fire damage, all kinds of things can happen to them, and yet they continue. Even though it's old and craggy, covered with wounds and injuries and defects, we still find the tree continuing. We're going to manage it as kind of an old-growth heritage specimen within an urban landscape and see if we can't keep it tamed and trained and fitted within the limitations of site conditions.